It's a healthy baby boy.
Thank you for being born. I gently held my son, soaking in the joy. Everyone present was overjoyed to hear the loud cries of the newborn. The husband walked in late. It's the child we've been waiting for. However, the husband did not utter a word as he looked at the newborn. His expression didn't change at all. An uneasy atmosphere filled the hospital room. Say something. Unable to bear it, I called out, but he didn't even look my way. Then,
Doctor, please conduct a DNA test.
what? Everyone except the husband showed their surprise. What are you talking about?
Is that child really mine?
Of course, he is. But the husband didn't believe it.
We couldn't have children for so long. It's definitely strange. This must be someone else's child.
Calm down. The doctor, who had been my attending physician, was an old acquaintance. Thus, the doctor also tried to calm him down.
I won't acknowledge him.
Stop it. Don't say such nonsense.
You've been deceiving me all along.
It was a completely fruitless argument. Their futile exchange continued. The doctor then proposed a solution to stop the argument.
Let's conduct a DNA test. It should clarify everything.
A week later, they went to hear the results. The husband was already there, grinning disgustingly. The doctor then delivered a shocking statement.
There is no parent-child relationship with the newborn.
But there was a tremendous fact hidden behind this. My name is Nora Jones, 30 years old. I work as an office clerk. I married my husband Roman about 3 years ago. And I am due to give birth in a few months. It took a lot to get to this point, with many ups and downs along the way.
Don't you think it's about time we had kids?
Yes. We started considering having children 2 years into our marriage. Both of us wanted children, especially with my 30th birthday approaching.
We're getting older, and I want to show our parents their grandchildren soon.
Yes. My parents never pushed us, but there was always a certain vibe about it. We spared no effort to have a child. But we didn't succeed. Moreover, my husband grew more irritated as time passed. What about today?
I'm tired. Maybe next time.
The number of intimate moments decreased, and our relationship became strained. Before I knew it, I was already 30. So, I decided to consult my sister Scarlett, who was married and had 3 children. I see. How was it for you? I got pregnant quickly. I see.
Maybe you should try to tempt him.
It was my younger brother Jasper, who was 2 years younger, butting in. I couldn't help but sigh. Why are you even here?
I thought it sounded interesting.
I remembered how he always jumped at anything he found amusing. Jasper is like this, but his advice might help.
Exactly. As I said, try stimulating him.
You say it so easily.
Just try it.
We talked for about 2 hours and then parted ways. On the way home, I kept thinking about what to do and soon arrived. I entered the house with a bit of excitement.
Where were you?
I went to see my sister.
I see.
It was a curt reply. That night, I decided to wear my sexiest lingerie to tempt him.
What's going on with you?
He looked surprised. I just thought it'd be nice for a change.
Oh, I see.
That night, we were intimate for the first time in a while. I felt fulfilled and happy. But after that, there was no more intimacy. Despite several attempts, my husband started ignoring me. Not only that, but he also started coming home late and hardly spent time at home. Are you coming home late again today?
Yes. You go ahead and sleep.
Got it. I began questioning what it even meant to be married. I felt down and lost my appetite. I thought getting pregnant would bring back his kindness, but there had been no intimacy for months. I even began to suspect he was having an affair.
I'm home. I'm exhausted, so I'll take a bath and go to bed.
Oh, let me take your suit.
Yes, please.
As I was hanging up his suit, I smelled a sweet fragrance. It smelled like perfume, not something he would wear. I didn't know what to do and instinctively called my sister.
Why are you calling so late?
I didn't even know how to explain. Calm down. Take a deep breath first. I followed her advice and took several deep breaths. Feeling a bit calmer, I explained the situation. Roman's suit smelled like perfume. It could be a coincidence. Maybe it was from a colleague? But it was on the collar. Is that even possible? That's unusual. Should I confront him? She seemed to be thinking. Maybe, but not now. Why not? Any reason? It could still be a coincidence, and he might just deny it. It's best to wait and observe. Acting rashly could backfire. I admired her wisdom. If I hadn't consulted her, I might have confronted him right away. Okay, I'll follow your advice. Also, keep an eye on anything unusual. Call me anytime. Yes. I ended the call. I felt lighter after the conversation.
What are you doing there?
Nothing.
I'm going to bed. Don't stay up too late.
Yes, I won't. My heart almost stopped. I hoped he didn't hear my conversation with my sister. I only worried if he suspected something. I kept a close watch on his actions. You're home early these days.
Yes, work has settled down.
Really?
Why? Something bothering you?
No, just curious. Since then, his clothes no longer smelled of perfume. As my sister suggested, it might have been a one-off. It would be fine if nothing else happened. 3 months after our intimacy stopped, something changed in me. I felt lethargic, and I often felt sick after eating. Then my sister called. How are you? Roman is the same, but oh. What? I told her about my health, and she reacted with surprise. Are you serious? Yes. You might be pregnant. Wait. I left the call on and rummaged through a drawer. I found a pregnancy test I had forgotten about. I rushed to the bathroom to test. I waited anxiously for the result. I'm pregnant. I'm really pregnant. I knew it. How did you not notice? I missed my period, but it's common for me. But it's great news. Yes. I'll tell our parents. You tell your husband. I felt like I was walking on air. Finally, we had been blessed with a baby. I eagerly waited for my husband to return home. Hearing the door open, I rushed to the entrance.
Why are you in such a hurry?
I'm pregnant.
What? Pregnant?
Yes. I just took a test and it came out positive. I expected him to share in my joy. However, his reaction was far from what I had imagined.
I see. In that case, I have a friend who works in obstetrics.
You do?
Yeah, I'll talk to him. He's very competent.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I wondered if this was really the right thing to do, but I went to the obstetrician my husband had introduced later. The doctor assigned to me was Adam, my husband's friend.
First of all, congratulations on your pregnancy.
Thank you. But I don't understand my husband's reaction.
Don't worry about it. He was just a bit confused. He was happy when he contacted me.
Really?
Yes.
Hearing those words, I felt relieved. I couldn't bear it if he had suddenly decided he didn't want a child. That day ended with a light examination, and I returned home in high spirits. I'm back.
Welcome home. How did it go?
They said there were no problems so far.
That's good to hear.
Just as Adam said, my husband was just a bit confused. I believed we could work together and make it through this. At first, he helped with chores and shopping, supporting me in daily life. But as my belly grew larger, he gradually became cold again. Have you heard anything from my husband?
No, he hasn't told me anything.
I thought I saw Adam avoid my gaze when he said that. I see. At every regular checkup, I would ask about my husband. It got to the point where I almost forgot the real reason for my hospital visits. What should I do? I believed that once the baby was born, he would change again. One night, my husband returned from work and suddenly started accusing me of cheating.
Have you been meeting someone recently?
What? Who would I meet in this state? You're the one who's unfaithful.
What proof do you have? I heard you've been seeing a man outside.
No, that's my brother you heard about.
Is that true?
Should I call him?
No, never mind.
Our relationship remained strained as the due date approached. The next day, I went into labor and headed to the hospital. My parents accompanied me since my husband was at work.
The cervix has already started to dilate.
Really?
Let's head to the delivery room.
Please take care of me. They told me I'd be admitted after giving birth. My parents contacted my husband. Where's he? He said he's too busy at work to attend the birth. Oh. I'm sorry you had to contact him. You just focus on giving birth now. Okay. I wondered if our argument had caused him not to come. I couldn't help but think he might have come if not for that fight. 4 hours after entering the delivery room, I successfully gave birth, which was considered very quick for a first delivery.
A healthy baby boy.
You did well to be born. I gently held my son, soaking in the joy. Seeing him cry loudly, everyone present rejoiced. After moving to the hospital room, I fell asleep from exhaustion. My parents stayed by my side the whole time. My husband arrived later with Adam. It's our long-awaited child. But my husband didn't say a word when he saw our son. His expression didn't change at all. The atmosphere in the hospital room felt ominous. Say something. Unable to stand it, I spoke up, but he didn't even look at me.
Doctor, please conduct a DNA test.
What? Everyone except my husband was shocked. What are you talking about?
Is that child really mine?
Of course he is. But he didn't believe me.
It's strange that we couldn't conceive for so long. This must be someone else's child.
Calm down. Adam, who had been my doctor for a long time, tried to reason with him.
I won't acknowledge him.
Stop it. Don't say things that don't make sense.
You're good at deceiving me.
The argument went nowhere. Our futile quarrel continued until Adam suggested a solution.
Let's do a DNA test. That should clear everything up. Sorry to trouble you.
I caught a glimpse of my husband lowering his head, seemingly smirking. When he raised his head again, he was expressionless. I thought I must have imagined it. My husband left the room without saying another word to me. Tears flowed down my cheeks uncontrollably. Then my sister and brother walked in. The baby's born, right? Sorry for being late. Oh.
Scarlett. Read the room.
Scarlett smiled, but Jasper's words made her realize something was wrong. The atmosphere turned tense again. What happened? And where's he? He was here but left. Left? Yeah. I explained everything that had happened. As I spoke, I remembered my husband's words, and tears rolled down my cheeks again. How dare he say that to my dear sister? A DNA test? Ridiculous. She seemed to be angry on my behalf. Jasper, on the other hand, seemed deep in thought. What are you thinking so hard about, Jasper?
I'm just wondering why he wants a DNA test.
He probably thinks she's cheating. Maybe. He heard from someone about seeing me with Jasper and misunderstood. What nonsense! Jasper continued to mutter and tilt his head in thought. We just have to wait for the test results, right? Yes. But I'm sure he's my husband's child. Scarlett hugged me gently. Everything will be all right. We know how hard you've tried. Thank you. I resolved to face this head-on if my husband insisted on it. The DNA test was conducted as my husband requested, with results due in a week. On the day of the results, my husband was already at the consultation room, smirking.
Now we'll see if what I've been saying is true.
I didn't respond. Adam brought out the report.
Let's get to the conclusion.
Yes.
The test shows no biological relationship between your husband and the baby.
What? That's impossible. The baby is ours. My husband laughed.
See? It wasn't my child after all. I knew it from the start.
The shocking result left my mind blank.
You're truly despicable, trying to pass off another man's child as mine.
No. I'd never do that. But the result says otherwise. Pointing at me, he continued.
We'll have to divorce. This is all your fault. I'll make sure you pay a hefty compensation.
He laughed as he left the room. I was too stunned to think. My sister and brother, who had been waiting outside, entered, worried. Why was he laughing?
I'll take my leave.
Oh, okay.
From your look.
He said there's no biological relationship.
Let's go back to your room.
Yes, let's. My sister helped me back to my room. I still can't believe it.
There's something I want to check.
Something you want to check?
Yeah. And I need you to prepare something for me, Nora.
At that time, I didn't understand what he was going to use it for. I think I can manage that.
Sorry for the trouble.
Just then, my husband, who had left earlier, called. Roman is calling.
Might as well answer it.
Okay. I set the phone to speaker and answered.
Like I said earlier, the divorce is a done deal. I told my parents, and they said to get rid of a woman like you.
Your parents too?
Yeah. And don't forget the alimony. Also, you cover all the costs for the delivery.
Fine. I'm getting a lawyer too.
That's a waste of time, but do what you want.
I will.
I've got a lot to prepare, so I'll be in touch.
With that, he hung up. What a selfish man.
Calm down. I think it'll be fine.
Really?
We'll do what we can.
3 days later, I was discharged from the hospital with my son. My sister and brother came to pick me up, and we headed home. Roman would be at work, giving us time to move my things out. But when we arrived... What? Looks like he's already moved out. Roman had taken all his belongings while I was in the hospital.
Actually, this might be good. Let's find what I asked for.
All right. I collected Roman's hair and his toothbrush. Will this work?
I think so.
This place would be our base for now.
I need to check on a few other things.
Like what?
Scarlett mentioned he might have been cheating. I'll look into that too.
Are you sure?
Of course. Your family. It's the least I can do.
My brother was incredibly busy, and I couldn't be more grateful. About a week later, Roman called again. What is it?
We're having a divorce meeting. Be there.
A meeting?
Yeah, we'll settle this once and for all. I'll win, though.
We'll see about that. Make sure you show up.
I will. Don't chicken out.
After the call, we began our final strategy meeting. The information my brother uncovered was shocking, but it would give Roman a taste of his own medicine. The day of the confrontation arrived. Both sides had lawyers, and my sister and brother came with me.
This deceitful woman needs to be punished. She tried to pass off someone else's child as mine.
You're pretty confident.
And you're quite relaxed.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm the victim here.
He was smug, certain of his victory. Jasper, it's time.
Got it.
My brother left the room and returned with a key witness, Dr. Adam.
What are you doing here? Sorry, Roman. The truth is out.
You manipulated the test results with Adam's help, didn't you?
Bringing him here proves nothing.
He was still defiant. Then look at this. I showed him a document.
What's this?
Read it.
This.
It's a new DNA test. It confirms you're the father. 100%.
I was suspicious and had it rechecked. Then Adam confessed Roman asked him to falsify the results.
And you planned to use the alimony to pay him off. Disgusting.
Damn it.
He slammed the table in frustration. There's more. Jasper, show him.
Right.
He laid out photos of Roman with a young woman. You accused me of cheating while you were the one doing it.
How did you get these?
Well,
I used to work as a detective in college. I put those skills to use.
and I reported your affair to your company. They'll deal with it.
You're
despicable. Involving so many people in your schemes. He had no escape. Here's our demand. Listen carefully. I handed it over to my lawyer. Nora is asking for a divorce, alimony, child support, and damages for the falsified test. Even the affair partner would be held accountable. Roman, once so confident, was defeated. We signed the divorce papers, and I left the rest to my lawyer. Anything to say? Now's your chance.
It was supposed to work out.
Life isn't that easy. Fool.
What am I supposed to do?
Not my problem. Live with your mistakes. We left him there, broken. We celebrated together. It's finally over.
Thanks to my efforts.
Of course. I'm so grateful, Jasper. The divorce was finalized, and I received the alimony and child support in one lump sum. My former in-laws paid since Roman had no money. Nora, we're truly sorry. It's okay. You were deceived too. Did you get the money? I thought it was from Roman. We covered it. That's not right. You should. Despite my decision to cut ties, I called out of anger. Hello.
Nora. What do you want?
Your parents paid your debt? How low can you get?
It's none of your business.
You're right. But I had to say it. After that, he was disowned.
I was cut off.
I suggested it.
What?
Good luck. Goodbye. I hung up, feeling relieved. Reporting him to his company got him and his affair partner fired. Alone and jobless, he struggled.
He's working part-time now.
I see.
Serves him right.
Yes. Foolish man. I named my son Fidelis, wishing he'd grow up right, unlike his father. With my son, I look forward to a happy life. How was the story? Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.